Hello, good afternoon, everybody. Just want to stop by. It's kind of one of those potential weekly uploads here of chatting with you guys and seeing how y'all are doing. Current members, or rather subscribers, rather, and also for my all the new ones to come. Well, I was kind of thinking earlier of what I was wanting to go about. Let me roll these windows up because it's going to get windy, and well, I'm not trying to be rude and trying to have you guys listen to me over the wind. But man, there's one subject. I mean, I'm sure that the majority of you probably watch the news. I, for one, do not. It's just, no, it's honestly kind of depressing, and it's just, there's enough crap going on in this world where, in ways I don't need it shoved in my face. I mean, I'm aware of it. I don't know. I just haven't been a fan of the news for a good while, and so, with basically that being said, obviously people will have very much mixed feelings and, thoughts and opinions upon what I'm about to mention here, but that's okay. I mean, we're all human. We're subject to our opinions and thoughts. Me personally, again, some of you guys might get kind of pissed off at this, but this is just the way I view things. So, yes, it is the way that things are going with, obviously these hurricanes have been astronomical and been doing so much to these people's lives that live in the affected areas, and I honestly truly wish in ways that there would be something that I could do or to set up, because I mean, honestly, if there was a way like I could set up some type of donation thing to actually send it to the people that, need it, and, not going through some place that's going to take, a huge percentage of it or whatever, because me personally, no, that should not, take place, because, I mean, I just, no. So, if there was a way I could do something like that, then yes, I would do so, and to be able to make sure that it actually got to the people and not to whatever agency, so on and so forth. But, so, one thing that honestly kind of rather bothers me, so we're all human. We all know this. I personally, I know you guys watch the news and so on and so forth, and when they sit there and say illegal, me personally, nobody, and I mean literally nobody, owns this planet. Nobody owns countries or states. Unless I've been living up underneath of a rock my entire almost 44 years, I don't think anybody does. So, when you want to sit there and say somebody is illegal, I don't know. So, but the thing is, like, what I'm getting at with that is the factor of, okay, so people from all around the world, not a specific ethnicity or, what have you, but when people are coming from all around the world to us, and we are giving them, obviously it's not us, well, I guess in general, in ways, it is us individually, but through, the Big G. I'm not going to mention them, exactly who I'm talking about, because that's the last thing I want to do. I don't want to get canceled before I even freaking get started. So, I will definitely try to do my best of choosing my words quite wisely, and to the point to where you're going to understand what I'm getting at. So, I'm not going to promise or anything, but I'm going to try to make sure that this video doesn't get to almost the 25 minutes that my other really long chat was about. But the thing is with that, okay, so obviously all the people that had gotten affected by, I won't say the hurricane, the hurricanes, man, those people, I mean, seriously, as far as I'm aware, VG is giving them $750. I mean, I know people that have a car payment of that, and that's just a car payment. I mean, obviously that's their business, and they do as they choose, but I cannot seriously wrap my mind around that. I can't. Like I said, I try to do my best. Every once in a while, like if I walk past the TV or something, there might be news on or something, and it's just, I just do my best. I just personally, I can't stand it. I just can't. Don't even get me started on politics, because no, I'm just not right now. I'm not going to go down that path, because yeah, I'm just not. But just a factor of, like, I mean, seriously, you got these people that obviously are in dire need of help. I mean, they didn't up and leave their homes to go somewhere else to live. They stayed home, and or they left, to obviously be safe, and to, you can leave someplace or do something to obviously, keep yourself and your family in the safest conditions as you possibly can. You're not rolling out and, moving somewhere and all that. So with them, I feel more for them, because it's like, for one, obviously, yeah, you lived there quite possibly your entire life. You may have just lived down there a year or two, but I just feel, okay, so from my understanding is these residents are receiving $750. I'm not going to scream and get all belligerent about it, but I mean, come on, seriously? I mean, anybody that has a working brain cell, you're going to realize and know, dude, that's nothing. $750. So, and like, by saying that, if they're giving said people thousands of dollars and all this other free services, if you will, I personally, on that, in a way, it's still messed up, whichever way you look at it. I just don't look at any human being as being illegal. I don't care where on this planet you want to go, you should. I just don't think that you should be considered illegal. You are very well subject to your thoughts and your opinions. That's a great thing about being yourself. But I just kind of want, not necessarily a rant, I just kind of want to get it off my chest, if you will, because it bothers me. I mean, I would say, my bad, this one's gonna, hopefully that's a little bit better, and I apologize beforehand if it was windy and crap in your guys' ear. I do apologize for that, but this world is beyond messed up, and a great majority of us know and understand that. To an extent, is there anything that we can do? I do believe so. There's obviously, in certain ways, that things are out of our hands. But I don't know, it's just, what's wrong with human nature in general? I mean, you got, by all means, if you want to give somebody a bunch of money to help them out, to like rebuild or something, okay, good. You're helping out, regardless of wherever on this planet you're at, you're helping out another human being. It doesn't matter if they're your neighbor from another country or whatever. Dude. But when it comes to, and I don't mean to sit there and say it like your own people, because we're all people. We're all of the human race, But when you have people that are literally, their lives, I mean, and unfortunately, yes, some of them are no longer here, and that's just, sucks. I mean, I don't really honestly know or can think of another word to necessarily explain that, because now, see, I've lost my dad, and I'm sure that you guys have lost, family members and such, but that was with something, not weather related or, anything of that nature. That was, other reasons, and, he, unfortunately, he's no longer here. But it's like, you got these people that live in these states that are extremely affected by this, to where the point you're no longer here, or your home is no longer there. And in my book, that money that you're sending out to these other human beings, I could be wrong. And again, I'm just like you, but I'm not like you. Get what I'm saying? It's like, we all have our views, we all have our opinions. You can suggest all you want, and say what you want all day long, but when you have people that are in this dire need of help, you don't have a home. I don't even think that a lot of people even literally have a fucking foundation to where their home was. Those people, and even in that situation, and I'm not trying to sit there and say like that they would be greedy by any means, because I'm sure that those people would be ecstatic getting that type of help. Because, I mean, could you imagine? I don't know how much it is that they're giving off to other people, but I think it's like in the ballpark of $3,000. It may be a little bit more. Again, like I said, I tried to stay away from, TV, like in general, of like watching television. That's just not my thing. I will game all day long. That's my thing. But man, these people, if anybody could seriously use that money, it would be those, and I will say victims, because they didn't ask for that. Now, granted, they live in those areas. They're aware. I would about imagine you move into said areas, whether it's in a hurricane type of area or in areas that's known for, like, you're further up off the coast, I guess, if you will, of the sand, to where, like, say, like, you live in a state that's known for, like, tornadoes. You move there and have the knowledge of that, so it's not like, I mean, granted, you can still become a victim of it, because, well, I guess us normal civilians, we can't control those things. You have a thunderstorm, or something obviously a little bit more powerful to towards like a tornado, hurricane, like those big, massive, types of storms and such. But help those people. Those are the people that need it. I mean, I'm not trying to say anything against any other human beings. Again, like I said, I personally believe you want to live anywhere on this planet, go for it. That's just my own personal thought and view to that. Only thing I've ever thought, and this has been like in my head and a thought since I was probably junior high, umpteen years ago, but it's like, okay, so say you go on vacation somewhere. I personally wouldn't, like, if I'm going to a different country, I might take like a book or something to, if there's potentially like any type of words I would need to try to translate or whatever. But I'm not going to necessarily worry about learning said language, because I'm only going to be there for, like, say, maybe a week. If I'm going to move somewhere that has a different language than me, you bet your ass I'm going to learn that language, because, I mean, I'm not going to try to sit there and move somewhere and try to communicate with somebody and not being able to understand the daggone word that you're saying. So, kind of with all that being said, I'm not trying to make this, I mean, it's at 14, almost 15 now. I'm not trying to run it for another 10 like I did the other day. But mainly my point to it is the factor of, we need to help the people that just got their lives absolutely destroyed. I'm sure that there's quite a few out there that are on that same level and understanding as I am. And, you know, if you guys can think of anything of a way that I could potentially set something up that it would legitimately actually send it to those people, I will be gladly to go about setting that up. But I have a feeling that that may not be a situation. I know sitting there thinking about it, thinking about the people, this and that, that doesn't, I mean, you can sit there and think about somebody all day. Is that necessarily going to help them in certain situations? I don't think so. I mean, but yeah, I'm on your mind. You're thinking about me. You feel bad for the situation, but I'm not trying to sound rude or mean, but does it really necessarily do anything? I mean, you can literally think about somebody all day long. You're just thinking about them. It's not going to make any difference. So, I'll go ahead and here in a few minutes end this, but it just, something that kind of bothers me. I mean, those people don't have a home anymore. It's gone. They don't have a vehicle. Some of them may not even have all their family members. That's rough. I don't know how else to really literally explain that. That's a rough situation. But do I personally think that situation with them giving these people $750, do I believe that's an absolute freaking joke and pretty much just like, here, come up here and let me just smack you or throat punch you? That's how I feel for those people, because it's like, yes, can they do something with $750? Sure, they can. But anybody that has eyeballs, that works, that knows what money is and everything else, you guys know how inflation is. I mean, I'm in Ohio. I went the other day, I'm not trying to get like too far off course here, but it's like, I went and I got a large chocolate frosty and a large french fry from Wendy's. $778. Literally almost pushing $8. So that's, I mean, just say rounding that up to $8. That's $4 a piece. That is freaking insanity. None of us, well, I can't say none of us are, but there's not many of us out there that are billionaires. But still, I mean, that's stupid money. When closer to the house, I bought that for $5.48. Still, that's expensive. That shouldn't be that much. But my point is, that's crazy. So I'm not trying to get too far off course here on that. I'm trying to wrap this video up, but yeah, I mean, they can use $750, obviously, but what is that really going to do for them? Seriously. I mean, okay, so obviously, number one, inflation. That's $750. Say if you got a family of 4, that might cover the groceries that you just lost. I mean, seriously, you guys know that groceries are absolutely insane. But guess what? We gotta eat. Not everybody knows how to garden and make their own food and all this and that. And it's just like, I feel those people, the big G, I'm talking about, that they know this. And they're going to sit there and run you every single day in one way, shape, or form, and they don't care about you. I hope y'all do realize that. I'm sure a lot of you do. But that's sad that people go through the situations to put said people to where that they're located, titled, officed, for you to turn around and literally get shit on. They don't fucking care about you. They don't, and they never will. Don't mean to bust your bubble, but you know as well as I do. If you don't, please get a reality check, because they don't. You sit there and you go to that wherever it is, a school gymnasium or whatever, to think you're doing something. And by all means, if that's your thing to do, go for it. I'm good. 3 separate times in my life have I went to go to do that. I've gotten in a wreck all 3 times. And I haven't even driven. That gave me a clear indication. No, I don't need to do that. Is it my given right to do so? Yes. As it is anybody that's, as far as I'm aware, 18 plus. I try not to necessarily bitch or complain about it, because yes, I know that that's a right. If you do go to, check mark those little boxes, you have a right to bitch and vent. Well, I don't do that, but guess what? I can bitch and vent simply because I can. And if I want to, I'm going to. But is it going to do anything? Nope. So that's why I try to do my best within certain subjects just to shut up, because it's like, why waste my time, my breath, and my energy? Technically, in ways with this video, is it a waste of my breath, my time, or my energy? To a small degree, possibly. To another degree, maybe this video can get out there. Maybe somebody else can actually use this video in order to, I don't know if the steering wheel is like blocking me or not, but I don't know, maybe it can be shared. Maybe something can be brought positively out of this video. And if it can, share the crap out of it. If you can make something of it to help somebody with this, whether it's with that said situation that I've been talking about, or any other situation, feel free, share away. I do not mind one bit at all. But I'm gathering that you guys understand where I'm coming from, and I don't necessarily on this channel, I don't necessarily want to bring that type of conversations into it, because to be completely fairly honest with you, I can't stand any bit of that. I don't want any part of it, but I know that as long as we're human beings, it's always going to be a part of life. I just want to try to do my best of trying to be as far away from it and not to deal with it as much as possible. Is it feasible? To an extent. But I just try to stay away from it as much as I possibly can to keep my sanity and to keep my hair. I hope you caught that joke. But anyhow, it is roasting, and I actually had to wear pants for the job, and that really sucks because I'm typically a shorts only kind of guy, and I'm roasting. So with that being said, I hope you all have an amazing day, night, wherever you're at on this planet. And I do apologize. This video is probably actually going to be just as long, if not possibly longer than the other one. So I do apologize for the longevity of it, but I hope you stuck around to at least, understand, at least, get my point of view and my say to it. Knowing my luck, this may not do anything. I could be wrong. It might do something, but that's just kind of my 2 cents on the whole situation. And I feel really bad for those people down over there, but unfortunately, it's a part of life, but other things aren't a part of life. Getting effed over by some people that, you put your trust and, all this and that into, and they just turn around and basically kind of give you this. Well, I think every single one of us need to give them this. And no, I'm not editing that out, hence the channel, Life Unedited. No, it's my life. I'm not going to edit it for anybody. Neither should you. And guess what? Those people, or whatever you want to call them, in those offices, they're just as human as you and I. They might have a little bit bigger of a bank account and have a little bit more control and pull over things, but at the end of the day, they breathe the same again, life unedited. They breathe the same air as you do, and they bleed the same color as you. So what the hell makes them any fucking different from you? Just a fucking job title. That's the only thing that makes them any different. They might have a different college degree, but at the end of the day, they're just as human as you and I. But they want to run your life and fuck it over. And I think that's very clearly being shown. They don't care about you. They're not going to. They never will. Don't hold your breath, because you're going to turn purple. And you may not wake up. But on a positive note, it's a beautiful day. I'm on lunch. And I just wanted to send you guys a video. Yes, I'm like 2 minutes over the last video. Again, my apologies, but I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you so very much for sticking around and listening to me vent, rant, whatever, what have you. I so very much appreciate your guys' time. With that being said, I'm out of here. I'm going to go get me a little bit of something to eat. Get me a little, couple little Hug Kool-Aid containers. Down those bad boys, and then go back to working my life away. So y'all have an amazing day, evening, afternoon, morning, and we'll catch y'all later. Love you. Thank you for watching, and peace out.